Hey guys, it's Keira. Welcome back to the Subtl YouTube channel. Today we are going over a clean girl makeup look that is perfect for travel. Now, clean girl is a TikTok term that was super trendy if you don't know. It basically is the look that is super minimal, glowy, dewy, and a girl that looks clean, kind of an odd name, but it's actually super great because when I'm traveling, I like to wear a little bit of makeup. I know there's some people who just say, oh, don't wear any makeup, but for someone who has acne scarring and redness, that's just not realistic, okay? So I like to wear some makeup, but I focus on making sure that whatever it is that I'm doing, it's not going to break me out. One thing about me, if I get on an airplane, I almost always will get acne from it. So I've learned some tips and tricks that have helped me to not break out when I fly, and one of those is being super conscious of what I put on my skin. So today we're going to get into the clean girl makeup look that is acne safe and perfect for travel. Let's go. Okay, so when I'm traveling, like I said, I like to do super minimal makeup, but I love using a makeup stack because you can bring it with you in your carry-on so easily, because A, if you have ever lost a bag, you know how terrible it is to not have your makeup on vacation or on a trip, and B, you can even touch up your makeup and do it on the plane and in the airport. As a kind of base or primer of sort, I use this Glow Screen Super Goop tinted sunscreen. It is super great for every day, but I especially love it for travel because it keeps my skin hydrated and looking dewy. And then I'm going to use this makeup stack and trusty brow pencil because I can't have these brows looking sparse. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna do my brows. This is the Benefit brow pencil. I love that it has this on the end. And when you're doing your brows, the most important thing that I've learned is to line them up from the inner corner of your eye. So if you hold a pencil, it should pretty much go out to here. One of my brows naturally does that, the other one does not, so I kind of have to fill in the gaps. Now that we've filled in the eyebrows, let's get into the stack. So I am going to use the Arlington concealer first. This is the perfect shade for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my finger. Whether you have acne prone skin or not, flying definitely triggers acne. So if you're going to put anything on your face, it needs to be acne safe. Luckily, all of Subtl's products are acne safe. Fill in my under eyes first, and then I'm gonna go in with my finger and just cover up any redness. Flying is also super drying. I did a lot of research once because I was trying to figure out why the heck I broke out so badly after flying, and what I learned is that it's so drying that it triggers acne. So it's also important to make sure that your products are not drying. So I love using cream products all the time, but especially when I am flying. One thing I love about this concealer is it's so easily spreadable. We get asked about foundation all the time, and while Subtl does not have a true foundation, this, if you're just kind of doing a light or everyday makeup look, can be spread out to cover up any redness or dark spots. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna take some up over the eyelid. And then for shine control powder, I'm going to get into our travel brushes. Again, these are super tiny and compact. Look at the size of like the travel brushes compared to a regular brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one to apply some shine control powder. I'm gonna just put it wherever I'm extra shiny and under the eyes just to set things. Okay, and not too shabby. If you wanted to be super minimal, honestly, you could just do this, but we're gonna do a little bit more. Like I mentioned, flying is super drying, so I'm going to do the lip balm in Peach Sorbet. We just restocked these. They are amazing. They smell super good. They're flavored lip balms, and I'm obsessed. Next, I am going to use a Lip and Cheek. My favorite color is mauve. While I love so many of our lip and cheek colors, this is just like my everyday go-to. It, I feel like, looks the best on my skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the cheeks and the lips at the end. I like to just use my 2 fingers and rub it in a little bit like this and apply on the upper cheekbones. And I usually just tap to rub it in. Sometimes I'll use a brush, just depends on the mood I'm in. It's so funny because I used to think that I looked bad with blush on. I remember on my wedding day, I like didn't want any blush, and now I honestly can't imagine not wearing it. I feel like it just completes the look. I like to put a little bit on the nose too. Another little tip I learned on TikTok is to sometimes take your blush even up over to like underneath your eye right here. That just kind of makes your under eyes look brighter. Okay, and I'm still letting my lip balm just hydrate, so I'm gonna put this on at the very end. Next, we are going to do some bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the color Chai, and I'm gonna use this brush to apply it kind of where I would put a little bit of a natural contour. I'm actually gonna use the Stack Brush BFF just to blend it out and take it down underneath the chin. You can also use a darker concealer kind of instead of bronzer if you want to go with all cream products, but I don't know, I just love this Chai color, so I'm gonna use powder for today. And then I even like to apply just a little bit to my nose just to bronze it up. Okay, that looks pretty good. So with traveling light and doing just a clean girl simple look, I like to use as many products as I can for multiple purposes. So while I love our eyeshadow duos, today I'm just gonna go ahead and use bronzer and highlighter on the eyes to keep it super simple. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this little brush from our travel set as well. So getting back into the bronzer, I'm gonna use this end for a little bit more precision. Just put the bronzer in the crease. I love bronzer as eyeshadow. This is honestly my everyday look that I've been doing for like probably 3 or 4 years. And it just makes getting ready in the morning so fast and simple. Plus, I feel like for the clean girl look, the whole point is to kind of look like you're not wearing makeup, even though you are, and bronzer and highlight is kind of just a more natural eyeshadow look to where it doesn't look like you're wearing eyeshadow, but it adds a lot of dimension and depth to your face. And then I'm gonna use this one to just blend it out. Okay, so see how like you almost can't even tell that I'm wearing eyeshadow, but it does make a big difference from just not having anything on. Next, I'm gonna add some highlighter on top just to give it a little bit of a glow. Oh, I love this highlighter. It's so pretty and not too shiny. A lot of highlighters are just kind of overkill, but this one is perfect. I'm just gonna add some in the corners. That looks super pretty. I'm gonna add just like a teeniest bit on the tip of the nose and maybe the Cupid's bow. Okay, and then lastly, I'm gonna use the dry brush cleaner. I know we're out of stock on these a lot, but if you can get your hands on them while they're in stock, do it, because I love this, especially for travel. You just swirl around the brush in this and it gets all the product right off so that you can use the brush for something else, which again, so convenient for travel. Okay, so I'm gonna go back into the highlighter and just apply a little bit up here. Not too much because I'm already looking kind of shiny. And then I'm gonna swirl it off again and go back in one last time with Shine Control just on the forehead, right here, just to set everything, and right on top of the nose. I'm gonna go back to lip and cheek and apply mauve to the lips. I'm seriously obsessed with this color. Oh, it just goes on so well, and you don't even need lip liner with it. Okay, and there you have it. This is the final look using my Subtl stack and this 4-piece travel brush set and the Stack Brush BFF. This is perfect for travel because of the case that it comes in. You can't get any germs on it Also awesome if you actually want to do your makeup on the plane, because you can set it down, you don't have to worry about it getting all those airplane germs. I will link everything that I used down below, and don't forget to check out this video for my minimalist packing tips and what I bring when I travel. Thanks guys, see you next time.